President Biden's decision to lift Title 42 has some Democrats worried about the political cost to their majority in Congress.
That's right. Title 42 is a pandemic immigration policy implemented during the Trump administration that turns migrants away without letting them apply for asylum. A new CBS News poll shows immigration is among the top issues for Americans. Joining us now is CBS News political reporter Caitlin Huey-Burns. Caitlin, great to see you. So what are Democrats saying about the Biden administration's decision to end Title 42?
Hey, Tanya. Well, this is creating some tricky politics for Democrats at this moment, because on one hand, you had lots of progressive Democrats and Majority Leader Chuck Schumer urging the administration to end Title 42. They said that it was a Trump-era decision that was, they thought that this was discriminatory in the end to immigrants, and they said as pandemic restrictions are being lifted across the country, that should also apply to the border as well. But on the other hand, you have some more moderate Democrats, especially those in the Senate who are up for re-election this time around, who are urging the administration to come up with a better plan to address what's likely to be a spike in migrants at the border once this order is lifted. Officials estimate that there will be a spike this summer, and you have some more moderate Democrats saying to the administration, look, you need to do something about this. And that shows the political cost that Democrats are calculating here, because even though you have the more liberal members urging for this policy to end, some of the more moderate members whose seats will determine whether Democrats can control the Senate after this year's midterms, saying that this could be a political problem for them. One good indication of that is this week, New Hampshire Senator Maggie Hassan, who is up for re-election this year, went down to the southern border in Texas. She stood next to the border wall and urged the administration to come up with a better plan to address this likely spike. Now, the administration has said that they're putting more resources for agents and for facilities to accommodate this, but this continues to be, or is likely to be, as Democrats are arguing, somewhat of a political issue for them, and something that Republicans are very eager to run on in this year's midterm.
Hey, Caitlin, Lana here. So we know that voters care most, according to our latest CBS News poll, about the economy, about inflation, about crime. We also know that those issues oftentimes get conflated with immigration. Mm-hmm. So how are voters assessing immigration as an issue ahead of the midterms?
Yeah, it's a great question, Lana, because we do see in our CBS polling that among the top issues for voters, these top 5 issues, immigration does rank among them, with about 48% listing it as a high priority. Now, that is not as high as inflation, the economy, crime, and other issues, but it is still there. That interest in terms of it being a priority is largely driven by Republicans. You see a majority of Republicans, in fact, 72% of Republicans saying this is a high priority, compared to 43% of independents who matter in these midterms, and 36% of Democrats. But what's also interesting is that you're seeing a majority of Republicans say that this needs to stay in place, that you should turn these migrants away at the border, that they should be expelled immediately. But a majority of Democrats and a majority of independents say that they should go through the legal process here. So that's kind of how it's breaking down, really on partisan lines.
Right. So, Caitlin, along those lines, isn't there some political risk here for Republicans? Because like you said, if it's mostly Republicans that support, keeping Title 42 in place and keeping these stricter immigration measures in place, they do need to appeal to a broader swath of voters, those independents and even some Democrats in some places. So what's the political risk for Republicans here?
Well, remember back in 2018, when Republicans and then President Trump were pointing to these images of the caravan coming towards the border, and they were propping that up as a really big issue in the midterms, it turned out not to work to their advantage at all. And in fact, Democrats, of course, took over the House and won a lot of seats that year. That was a big year for Democrats. This time around, though, talking to Republicans and Democrats, there's a little bit of a different dynamic. We actually saw Republicans do better among Latino voters in the past election, not only for the presidency, but also for the House. So they're calculating that they've been making inroads with Latino voters. And they also point to polling that shows that the big issue for Latino voters is the economy and inflation, not necessarily immigration. So they feel in a midterm year where the priority is ramping up the base, turning up the base, that this is an issue that appeals to them without necessarily alienating some of those voters they need to get on board. Of course, we'll see if that does work out the way that they are anticipating it will.
Interesting
Still a while
strategy.
to go.
That's right, a while to go. Well, Caitlin Huey-Burns in Washington, thanks so much. We appreciate it.
Thank you.